Hi everyone, Stephen here. Thank you for joining me for another Reef Talk here. So today I'm going to show everyone a little bit of update and a little bit detail on the tank. So first thing first, every time I have to make a video, I actually have to change my lighting because everything is way too blue if I didn't. So this is like mostly white, a lot of red, and very little blue. So let's start actually right here in this guys. So funny thing is that I started out with just one big anemone, that guy right there, and then after a while it split, and the guy that split was this guy. He actually crawled out of the basket and kind of went to the back wall around that area. You could probably see in one of my previous videos. And then the big guy split again, which is this guy. So now I have kind of two big guys. And then one night, the little guy actually crawled back into the basket all on its own. And there is a little tomato clown or cinnamon clown right there. You can see that guy. He's feisty. He's probably one of the most aggressive fish I have in my whole system. Okay, so down to corals. So I have dedicated this little section here for my lobophilia. I really love this long hair or hairy tentacle, whatever you want to call it, lobo. And I like my lobos. I think they're pretty. They're cool. And there's a lot of puffiness on them. And then something is going on with this frog spawn. It wasn't like that just a couple days ago, and just the whole thing receded and looking yucky. Love my elegance coral, always one of my favorite. I will always have one, even though they're not always the easiest to keep. I started out with a small Duncan colony here, this Duncan coral. It was like kind of this is the kind that doesn't really branch out. So what happens is when your water flow isn't very well, the tridents tend to build up on it. So it dies, and then what I have to end up doing is I actually have to cut it and frag it, and then more would die. So now this is the only frag. It's like the frag of the frag from my original generation. And hopefully it will continue to do well. Okay, down to my pride and joy. Clams. So I have this, there is a clam here. And if you look at the side, there is like an X right there. That's actually where the clamshell ends when I first got it. Almost a year ago, I would say. So this right here, that's a year worth of growth for this Teresa. A couple more Teresa here. Both of these guys are, I believe, actually, this guy might be from Aqua SD. That guy is from Clam. And then I have two of my blue squamosa clams, both from Austin Aqua Farms. Here's a hippopus from Clammania, another Teresa from Clammania here. It's actually getting pretty big. I love the purple edge. Again, I also tagged this guy with an X so you can see the growth. Hippopus from Clammania here. And then I have I posted about this guy. This blue squamosa actually is from Gingerbread. I did not pick it out. My friend picked it out for me and asked me, hey, I got two, a really good price. Do you want it? Of course I do. And then, if you guys remember my last video, I actually have all 8 of this huge Maxima clams sitting in here. Turns out it wasn't the best idea to have them all that close bunched up because right now I'm actually kind of upset with all my tanks, my jam tank and my blue tank. They are just hovering over this clam all day long, and the clam mantles cannot extend because they're constantly scared. So I scattered them out a little bit. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them in this tank, and then I'll take you out of the water, dunk into my next tank. The other 4 are here. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. All 8 of these Maximas are from Clammania. And then I have my clownfish is hosting this Goniopora here. It's looking funny in the top. Probably need to stand it out a little bit. Here's another Goniopora, and then here's another bubble tip that got split up from that one anemone from the basket. And then I have a bunch of this rock flower anemones. They're all relatives. I have like one mother, and the mother gave birth, and a bunch of them came out. And then towards the top of this shelf, I have 3 Crocea clams. All of them, I believe, are actually this one here you're looking at is from Clammania. You can't really tell how clear the picture is, but it's got gorgeous color. And then these 2 up here, this guy is kind of close right now because of stupid hermit crab, but both of them are from Aquarium, and they're both doing great. You can see fresh growth, and you see a little bit of fresh growth. So I put them on the top, and they're all firmly attached to this coral here. And then I have a really nice coral colony. I'm not really sure what kind it is anymore. I can't remember if it's like a pink pelota, but if you guys know what it should be, ping me, let me know. And then on the back wall of this tank, actually, there is the war coral growing on it. There's my cleaner shrimp. And then there's some of this soft coral, and then some paleys growing on it. Every time I try to clean this tank, I end up getting palate poisoning just from simply touching them. I should probably stop touching them, but I can't help. Every time I clean it, I kind of graze over and touch them a little bit. So right now, oh yeah, by the way, there is that Hippopotamus. It's looking a little bit better this week. Last week it was really unhappy. There was like bubble build up in the tissue. This week is looking a bit happier. And I still have a small cluster of hammer corals. They're doing okay right now. And I have a bunch of these SPS that I think I had a pH problem for a very long time. And recently I ordered a HANA instrument digital pH meter. And I ordered a bunch of pH, the calibration kits. So hopefully I'll be keeping an eye on the pH much closer going forward. So I've actually raised my pH all the way from 8.1 in the last week now to, if I measure it by end of day, it's close to 8.5, and then first thing in the morning it's about like 8.2 to 8.3. So I think I'm at a good place. I'll continue monitoring that, and then I'll see how does that affect all the clam and coral's growth rate. I'll keep you guys posted. So it's a little bit lengthier today just because I want to go through a lot of topic here. And by the way, if anyone has questions about clam placement and also the water flow lighting, I think for most part I've learned, at least correct me if I'm wrong, if you disagree with me, please comment below, but I feel like water quality is really first foremost and the most important thing for successfully keeping clam. I've actually changed my lighting or range and also the coloration mix a number of times, and none of these changes actually affected my clam's growth or health a whole lot, but I will tell you that anytime I have a pH or hardness swing in my water, it shocks the clams. So don't worry too much about your lighting. If your coral can grow, so can your clam. I'd say put a lot of interest into your water quality, especially pH, hardness, calcium level, and also placement. So for placement, I typically like to put them on gravel like this that you see. They're kind of like crushed coral. That way they can actually set their foot down, grab some of the crushed corals real close to protect themselves. You could put them like on a piece of rock or stone, but then that is really if you feel comfortable permanently setting them where they are, or if you are sure there are no predators that will come out. By the way, bristle worms are really bad. They can actually chow up your clam from the inside out. This guy is kind of I have hesitation just putting them on the sand, just because I know I just say that I don't like doing that, but I really don't really have a choice. It's either that or leaving them in my other tank and get bombarded by my tank. Now, as far as Crocea clam, in the wild they're called boring clam. They do bore into rocks. So, like these three guys actually right now, even if I want to move them, I can't because they're like stuck into the rock, into the coral, literally. So, a little bit of different tactic depends on what kind of clam you have. The only clam that is popularly owned by a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but some people that I don't currently have in my tank is a Gigas clam, or some say Gigas. I might have a way to getting one or two. I'm not sure if I will get one yet. I'm in the process of building a new house, and along with that, new tank. It's going to be a much larger tank, larger system, but again, having the Gigas, they can grow up to like 3 feet, 200 pounds. They do siphon out a lot of calcium and nutrients out of water. It's a big commitment. So I'm not 100% sure. I might house a clam for a while, but I don't know like long term if I will be able to keep it for its entire duration of life. Of course, my dream is to have a pond in like a greenhouse I can build. But wish me best luck. If I can get a good job, if I can win lottery to build that, that would be ideal. Anyways, it's a long chat today. Thank you for enduring with me, and thank you again for tuning in. Please leave any comments and questions below. Thank you for supporting me. If you like my content, please click like, click subscribe, and share my video with your friends. Thank you again, and I hope you have a happy day.